Leave me alone, please. Just leave me alone. That's all that I ask. People need to leave beautiful women alone. Just leave us alone. Especially when we're not bothering anyone, when we're minding our business. I had a client literally verbally tear me to shreds and curse me out because I didn't know his birthday. This client's never told me their birthday, and this field of work that I'm in does not require me to remember anyone's date of birth. But he was upset that I didn't know his birthday. And he told me that it looked bad on me that I didn't know his birthday. And I knew that that really wasn't it. I knew that this client, leave me alone. Leave me alone. It's like when you go into the world as a beautiful woman or a handsome man, it's like people just have to get in front of you. Like they don't understand that you're just not in the mood. And if they see that you're not in the mood, now they're going to resort to trying to get your attention. This can look like talking louder as they get near you, purposefully standing in front of you so they can block your view, purposefully stretching over you to grab something, or trying to come in your area, or trying to connect to people who are connected to you, or name dropping. And it's very important for beautiful women, handsome men, smart women, smart men to understand to not allow people to mentally break you. So I want you guys to think about what I just said for a second. This person expected me to know their birthday. That's impossible, to just meet someone and know their birth month, birth date, but he expected that of me. And it's a form of manipulation. It's a form of control. And yes, it is a form of abuse. This is stuff that toxic, jealous, and narcissistic people do, where they just expect you to know certain things, or they place unrealistic expectations on you that they know are not realistic, or that they know you can't meet, so that they have the opportunity to break you down. So safe to say, I severed ties with that client very quickly because I could already tell what he was doing. And the day that I broke ties with this client, I went to bed that night and I prayed to God for justice. And I hope to hear word about that justice very soon. Because I don't take it lightly, people who see an attractive woman as an opportunity to hurt them. It's all a form of abuse. It's mental manipulation. It's abuse. It's everything in one. And imagine if I internalize that. Like, imagine if I literally internalize that. Imagine if I internalized that, what that would have done. You know, so once I put two and two together, I was like, oh, okay, I see what's going on here. So he's jealous of me, clearly. He doesn't like me, clearly. And he's now doing the typical thing that jealous people do. I call it the grabbing method. That's where they start grabbing random things that don't make sense, grabbing random scenarios, they just start grabbing random things, anything that they can use to come at you, they're just trying to grab it. And once I realize that, that's when I exit. That's when I pack up and I exit. So, as I'm getting older, I'm getting to like understand this stuff on a much deeper level. And the more I understand it, the more twisted, seriously, the more twisted I realize that it is. Like, it's really twisted. It's really twisted because it's like, this is why you got to protect yourself. This is honestly, low-key, this is kind of like a form of spiritual warfare. Like, you got to protect your mind. That's what I always tell people. The number one thing for you to protect is your mind from these, like, think about it. This guy was trying to play this mental gymnastic with me so that he could have the opportunity to psychologically put me through distress, and so that he can have the freedom to create a problem that is not there to verbally attack me. Okay? That is exactly what that preacher from that church that I told you guys I left when this person lied and said that I didn't say hi to them, and they tried to call me out and embarrass me in front of the entire group of people, when that wasn't what happened at all. But again, this is why I always tell people, if you have your mind, you have all the power. People can take their crap elsewhere when you have a brain that can see past the BS that they try to present to you. They cannot control your mind. So you have to learn these abusive ways that people have. Like I said, people can be very abusive. And the more you pay attention to the ways of human nature, you'll see how abusive people really are. I saw this thing on TikTok. That was so true. This guy said ghosting is a form of abuse. It is. When you lead someone on romantically and you just out the blue disappear and you leave that person questioning their worth or what happened or what went wrong, you don't think that's a form of psychological manipulation? And then you come back 3, 4, 5 weeks later like nothing happened to leave a bridge between you and that person just in case something doesn't work out with your new supply. That is psychological manipulation. When someone takes a beautiful woman and you get her pregnant on multiple occasions and then you randomly leave her to make her feel like she's not worth much, this is all psychological manipulation. And this is all psychological abuse. And I know that people do these things, which is why I make these videos, to help you all recognize that your mind has to be smarter than their actions. You have to read through what they're doing. What is their goal? Forget what they're doing. Forget this guy tried to like yell at me and scream at me and curse at me about his birthday. What was his goal? His goal was to make me feel threatened, rejected, and afraid. That didn't happen because I can see past what he's doing. So it's important for beautiful women, handsome women, whatever, see the reality of what this person is trying to do. And keep your sanity and get away from them.